sandy beaches, lush hill stations, or even just lounging in the pool with the sound of the birds chirping? Well, that doesn't have to be a distant dream because the long weekend is coming up. Hello everyone and welcome to Bon Voyage. I'm Avanne Dubash. And if you haven't booked yourself for the long weekend, you better do it soon because the travel bug has bitten Indians, and how.
Yes, indeed. After being cooped up indoors for far too long due to the COVID crisis, Indians are making their way to beaches, waterfalls, heritage locations, hill stations, basically anything that screams vacation. Search queries and bookings for the May to June period have so far risen about 200% and 40% respectively compared to what we saw in January to March. And the most popular spots? Goa, Kashmir and Himachal top the charts. This is followed by Lonavala, Nasik and Alibag in Maharashtra. Shimla is another hot spot along with Manali and Mussoorie in North India. Mysore, Ooty, Coorg and all of them are popular in the south.
Some of the key trends that are driving the surge that we have witnessed when it comes to travel, mainly because of the strong vaccination dose, where the government of India has done a fantastic job by administrating more than 185 crore doses. That has given a lot of boost in terms of confidence and also build a great set of immunity within the traveler community. And that is fueling as one of the main reasons to drive a surge in travel. Apart from that, trends like revenge travel continue to dominate, and I believe this is going to continue for another year or so. We also have another trend where people don't want to waste their time, and I call it, there's no tomorrow, where they would like to go out and visit their favorite places with their loved ones. So these are the trends or reasons, I would say, driving a strong surge in travel. Some of the hotspots that we have noticed in terms of travelers within domestic circuit are Goa, Himachal and Kashmir along with Jaipur. These are the four top most preferred and favorite destinations for Indian travelers, especially during long weekend. For international, we have seen Dubai. Along with Dubai, we have Maldives, and US, UK and Australia are the top international destinations for Indians when it comes to international travel.
And it seems like Indians can't wait to pack their bags and head out. And that's something that Puneet Chhatwal, Managing Director of Indian Hotels, which operates the iconic Taj chain of hotels, echoes.
Well, travel is beginning to come back, as I alluded to a situation that March, April and May are trending higher on the same store basis versus March, April or May of 2019. That is coming through the travel. And both the traditional business, corporate, conference business, as well as the leisure business are getting stronger day by day. Leisure was very strong for the last 8-9 months and it's holding that position, but the corporate is beginning to come back. And, my own personal experience has been in the last few travels that I have done, the airports are full and there are long queues. So that is very encouraging. Pre-COVID, sometimes we used to get upset why there are so many people. And now coming from this industry, I tell you, I feel very happy to see full airports and long queues, even though that may not last, this happiness may not last forever. But at the moment, yes, it's a nice feeling to be in an industry that was so badly suffering, to see the number of people coming back.
Hotels or private villas, long trips or just a short mini vacay? How is it that Indians prefer to travel?
Well, I would say post the pandemic, hotels have started doing, post the pandemic, homestays have started doing very well, right? The sheer selection itself has increased. The number of homestays which have started getting booked online have increased. And a lot of people are resorting or, going for luxurious villas as well. And I think definitely on the upswing, homestays.
While hotels have shown significant growth, the pandemic definitely led to an increased demand for private villas and homestays. A sense of home away from home, where you settle in with all the perks and amenities, has certainly gained popularity. Staycations too continue to grow in popularity as it enables travelers to enjoy a few days in a hotel or a homestay within their own city. Hospitality companies too are going all out, offering personalized experiences based on what the customer wants.
So who better to tell us more about this surge in travel than Amit Damani of StayVista. Amit, thank you so much for being with us. We're talking about this huge surge due to the long weekend. Any particular trends that you're noticing as well when it comes to travel?
So the first thing I see is that whenever it's a long weekend, people want to rush out and get away. And the way that they plan to get away, one is when it's a shorter trip, right? Yeah. Even a long weekend in just 3 to 4 days, they want to be able to go to a place that they can get to very easily. Right. So driving there in about 3 to 4 hours or taking a quick flight, that's what we've typically seen people do during this time period. And the other thing we've seen is people want to get away with their tribe. So that tribe could be their family or it could be their friends. But they'll get away with that group who they want to spend quality time with. Yeah.
So having said that, you guys at Vista Rooms, because when you go on the website, it seems like prices have definitely escalated. So how much more on average are prices for the long weekend at your top spots versus a regular weekend?
Yeah, roughly about 20 to 25% impact on pricing. And our pricing is constantly dynamic based on occupancies. So we definitely see very high demand at the moment, hence the prices were higher. And that fluctuates, right after this, you generally see a slowdown as well. So you got to be able to be nimble in changing your pricing at those points as well.
So walk us through what exactly it is that you're observing by way of new travel trends that are emerging. I heard of something called bleisure, apparently, so that's combining business and leisure. Yeah. What else is it that you're noticing with Indians when it comes to travel? Yeah.
So vacations has been the biggest trend that we've seen over the last 1 year, and we see that continuing. So the opportunity to combine work as well as a vacation. So because of work from anywhere, schools were operating from your laptop, so you could be anywhere and working. And I think that's continuing because you're able to take a few days off and you don't have to come into office for those days, so you could work from wherever you want. So that vacation trend is something we see continuing. People are working out of Manali, people are working out of Goa, wherever they'd like to for certain time periods. Yeah, so that's one big trend. The other, I would say, is sort of small is big. So people aren't looking to go to like a massive property, right? They're looking for their personalization. People are looking for that exclusivity. So that's what you're seeing in terms of trends with boutique hotels, with getting away to luxury villas. And I think that's what people will constantly look for, that personalization in their stay.
So if I wanted to book my long weekend at StayVista, I guess I'm already too late.
Yeah, a little too late.
Because it's already booked out.
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. So going forward, do you think that the travel industry, the tourism industry, which has been really badly hit by COVID, now all of that's behind?
So we hope so. I think what the last 2 years have shown us is that you never know what will happen. But there's extreme resilience in the way the hospitality industry has bounced back over this time period, right? I remember the first lockdown that took place and the second lockdown that took place. There was a fear of what will happen next, but every time travel bounced back even stronger than earlier. So people are really getting away whenever they get a chance to. It's a part of life that they don't want to give up on.
Okay. And just give us a sense as to what the outlook is in terms of for StayVista in particular, this long weekend. Which are the properties that have been booked out or the ones that were a lot more popular? And what's the format of stays? What are the package deals that you guys are offering?
Yeah, I think in terms of locations, places that are in drivable distances always sell out. So if I think about the metro cities in India, so Delhi, Bangalore and Mumbai, the destinations which are in about 3 to 5 hour distances are always booked. So around Delhi, your usual suspects are Mussoorie and Kasauli. Around Mumbai, it's Alibag, Lonavala. And around Bangalore, it's Coorg and Ooty, which are sold out.
And what kind of package deals are you guys offering for the long weekend? Is there anything special in terms of pricing or?
So what guests are looking for is an experience at the property itself. They're not looking to get away because they're, as it is, putting in effort to get there. So they're looking for a place where once they get there, they can have like a fantastic meal experience. If a spa treatment or anything else can be organized for the kids while they're there, that's the experience they're looking for. So how we've tried to package it together is, coming to our villa, you'll be taken care of completely. So your meals can be added onto it. Other than meals, if you're looking to celebrate, so a lot of people are looking to celebrate birthdays, we'll take care of the entire decor, food, etc. Like cake and dining experience, everything's taken care of.
And just in terms of the format, what are people looking for? Just to chill, adventure, activities, what is it?
Yeah, it's different people having different needs.
Yeah.
And so for example, groups with kids are looking for a place where they can just spend time in the swimming pool in this heat, or having a little bit of play area, versus a slightly younger corporate group is looking to do certain activities. So they're looking to go for a hike nearby. It's a mix of all. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Amit, for joining us and giving us that perspective.
Thank you.
And people are willing to shell out whatever it takes for that comfortable and luxurious stay. For instance, if you wanted to check into Vista Rooms on the long weekend, first up, there's no chance because it's all booked out. But the average pricing was roughly 25,000 rupees per night for a 4-bedroom villa and goes all the way up to 1.2 lakhs per night for a luxury 6-bedroom villa. On average, for the long weekend, the tariffs are higher by 20%.
What we have witnessed that there is a jump of around 20 to 30% in airfares as well as in hotel charges. This is mainly because of the high demand that we are witnessing right now. Along with that, there is an increased fuel prices at the international level. Because of these reasons, we have seen a jump of around 20 to 30% in airfares and the hotel traffic. But we are hopeful that as soon as the fuel prices come down, we should be able to have low rates that we can offer to our travelers and people who come for the hotel visits.
Due to the uncertainties, a live-in-the-moment mindset has led to customers splurging on hotels that they would have previously deemed to be out of their budget, which has led to an increase in luxury bookings across the country. It's not just the long weekend. Pent-up demand and an urge to travel has been witnessed across the country. In fact, data from EaseMyTrip indicates that in FY22, the company sold more than 1 lakh room nights, which is up 357% on a yearly basis, and they also sold more than 3.8 lakh trains, buses and others, which is up 262% on year. Currently, EaseMyTrip is seeing strong pent-up demand and is confident that they will have another V-shaped recovery in the coming months due to the resumption of international travel. They say the travel sentiment is looking very positive and the company has witnessed a jump of around 30% for international travel bookings on a month-on-month basis. They've also seen a near 30% increase in advanced air ticket bookings for the coming months owing to the pent-up demand.
We believe that we are going to witness another V-shaped recovery in the entire hospitality sector. Mainly, as I mentioned, because of the vaccination that has been drive that is going very strong. Along with that, the entire positivity, the sentiments are very positive for the traveler community. So we are very, very hopeful to see another V-shaped recovery. And the biggest sign that we have noticed is the Holy weekend between 18th to 20th of March, where we have seen advance booking shooting up to 50%. And we believe this trend is going to continue.
Now that the pandemic-led fears are behind us, Indians are dying to get out and travel. So what are some of the upcoming travel trends for 2022?
You've heard of revenge travel, but there's also leisure travel. What's that? Basically a combination of business and leisure travel, as the name indicates. New trends for 2022 include staycations, mini holidays instead of a big annual trip, and demand for travel packages with offers and value adds. With the COVID pandemic, there's been a stronger focus on wellness and self-care activities and tourism activities that help promote the idea of wellness. Experiential travel is also the next big rage, where guests don't just want a regular stay, but seek something new, something life-changing, and they want travel destinations that are strongly aligned with their own personal convictions.
Welcome back. This is Bon Voyage. Well, the travel bug has sure bitten Indians, and even higher prices are not deterring them. In fact, when it comes to the long weekend, prices have gone significantly higher.
And it's not just India. Customers seem to be exploring new spots across the globe like Dubai, the Maldives, USA, UK and Australia, which have witnessed the most growth in international demand as things open up.
So, in fact, interestingly, post 27 March, when the government opened up the international skies, I think there has been a great rebound, right? In fact, our numbers are up almost 80% from February till now. And let's say UAE, Thailand, these remain quite well. They're doing very well. But destinations like Europe, US, Australia are also quite opening up. I would say nothing specific to the weekend, but overall the upswing is very, very high. And maybe because of the summer holidays as well, combined with the weekend, it continues.
Even airfares have shot up for the long weekend. Flights on average have seen an increase of 20 to 30% due to high demand and an increase in fuel prices. Let's take a look at what a booking would cost for a long weekend getaway from, say, Mumbai to Goa. Prices have scaled up. What would normally cost about 7,500 to 8,000 rupees for a round trip, now for the long weekend, if you book last minute, the price is upwards of 10,000 rupees. Even for Mumbai to Delhi or Bangalore to Delhi, the prices are significantly higher, and if you want a non-stop flight, it would mean shelling out 10,000 to 20,000 rupees. But that aside, when it comes to long-haul travel, Indians are not hesitating to spend more and even seen an uptick in business class travel. But that aside, when it comes to long-haul travel, Indians aren't hesitating and want to spend more, with business class travel seeing a boost.
I would say nothing specific, but occupancy rates in airlines continue to remain high, right? So I think that's a good indication of business class and economy both doing well.
And it's not just the long weekend. It seems that the lull caused due to the pandemic is now behind us. Leading hotels are reporting an 85 to 95% occupancy. With the industry having taken a huge walloping due to the pandemic, the October to December quarter saw the hospitality segment seeing a strong recovery. Restrictions have ebbed off, and the reopening of offices, corporate travel, resuming in full swing has led to a strong leg up.
Well, there are a lot of destinations which are on the uptick, but our favorite kind of remains Goa. I think Goa is what India's favorite is as well. But some leisure destinations outside the metros which are upcoming are, you could say, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Guwahati. These are picking up. Other than, of course, the routes which do very well, which is Bangalore, Delhi, you could say Bombay. These continue doing well.
Now that majority of the population has been vaccinated, the era of work from home is subsiding and people are dying to travel. So is revenge tourism a thing?
Revenge travel is a biggest trend, I would say, apart from vaccination, that is driving the sentiment which are very positive for travelers. And we believe this trend will continue for at least 1 year. People have been inside their houses at the places and stuck for almost 2 years. They are just waiting to go out. And as we see the cases are coming down, immunity is building up. People are going to leverage this trend for this year for sure.
And so what does this spell for the hospitality industry that was so badly bruised? Is the worst now behind?
So I think very clearly the industry is bouncing back, right? Over the next 2-3 years, at a macro level, almost 35-40 billion of the industry is bouncing back, right? So you would see strong resurgence and also across the board, right? And this has been good for the industry. Post-COVID, even wave 2, even though wave 3 was there, I think the recovery has been very, very strong. So you would see a full-fledged recovery in 2-3 years and growth from.
We believe that we are going to witness another V-shaped recovery in the entire hospitality sector. Mainly, as I mentioned, because of the vaccination that has been drive that is going very strong. Along with that, the entire positivity, the sentiments are very positive for the traveler community. So we are very, very hopeful to see another V-shaped recovery. And the biggest sign that we have noticed is the Holy weekend between 18th to 20th of March, where we have seen advance booking shooting up to 50%. And we believe this trend is going to continue.
Not higher prices, packed airports, or longer queues are deterring Indians. They're not batting an eyelid and they want to have a good time when they're traveling, be it on the sunny beaches of Goa or the lush green Coorg.